Alright, so new LR Lillia. This just came out, and let's try her out. So I've actually already recorded a bit with her, but I decided to scrap it because it was just so bad. The thing is, I really wanted to try her on Catastrophes. This character, half her passive is based on being on Catastrophes. Not only she gives them damage cap, but also attack related stats. But they're so bad. So I'm gonna go with the team that I knew was gonna be her only real option, and it is humans as a Now For Me replacement. A lot of people don't have Now For Me because it's a collab character, and the more time goes on, you know, more and more people are gonna be without Now For Me because again he's a collab character. Dude, she has less HP than him. Just 166. Dude, you're an LR. You're an LR woman. You have an LR headpiece. Okay. So I think as a Now For Me replacement, for people that don't have Now For Me, she's gonna be in her best element. Humans have true UR festivals. They will be fine with an LR, right? LRs have good CC. Compared to UR festivals, they have pretty low CC actually. Like, it's crazy how much more UR festivals have. Oh, look at that. Now For Me. So what does she do? Well, let's do this right here. At the start of ally's turn, she applies Power of Destruction. As you can see, it's a red debuff. It looks purple, but I assure you it's red. And what it does is it decreases attack by 20%, and at the end of the enemy turn, it deals 15% of the remaining damage. Now, if they cleanse the debuff, that damage does not happen. I've seen in action, so Now For Me just cleanse. A lot of the times when a debuff like this comes for a character, their effect is when the debuff is removed, then X happens, right? But this debuff is different. This debuff is when the enemy turn ends, then X happens. So, if, for example, you're facing a Meliodas, because you're insta-debuffing them, he's going to be cleansing that debuff, right? This is going to be his first debuff to cleanse, so he's going to be insta-cleansing that debuff. You will never have this debuff proc on a Sin team, ever. That minus 20% attack and, you know, extra bit of HP at the end, Melee is going to be cleansing that every single time. Because it's the first debuff. As soon as the turn starts, I mean, that's assuming, I'm talking about the first turn, right? The first debuff on the first turn. After that, you know, you're going to probably apply, maybe, I don't know, depending on the team we're using, be applying some true turn debuff, so might not be there anymore, but I'm just saying, against the melee, this debuff is never going to happen because of the way the cleanses. And I don't know why they didn't make it so the damage comes on cleanse, like usual, but whatever. Let's do this. Right here. So, other than that, 7 Catastrophe allies don't take more than 50% of their HP in one attack. Essentially, that means they have a 50% damage cap, just like Ragnarok. DN has that damage cap for Ragnarok characters. Now this character has the exact same damage cap buff for Catastrophes. Now, before anyone asks, no, the new UR Festival Sabnak is not a Catastrophe. So, I don't know why this Lillia couldn't, you know... I mean, she's in no category, per se. Like, she's only unknown, that's it. Like, there's no... She's not in... I couldn't pull up. Because there's categories in the game, right? There's Sins, Catastrophe, Ragnarok, God... Not Goddess. I mean, it is Goddess, but it's a different name. I forgot. Oh, this guy's doing the same thing. Or not. Yeah, in the game, if you go on this tab right here, I clicked by accident. You see, like Catastrophes, Commandments, Collab, Ragnarok, Archangels, Sins, and I forgot the name of this. It is Goddess something, but it's not Goddess. It's just godly. I don't know, whatever. As you can see, in Catastrophe, Sabnak is not here, she would be at the top. So she's not participating on this, which is... Are they going to make a separate category for her eventually? Maybe, who knows. So yeah, she gives herself the damage cap. So that's that, right? She is not giving anybody the damage cap because there's nobody from Catastrophes on the team, and no Catastrophe unit is usable in PvP right now. There's still some Roxy Copium for some reason. She's not usable in PvP, dude. You are coping super hard. She might be usable in like below champ rank or something. You know, is what it is. Man, I don't want to AoE. She's gonna insta cleanse, by the way. So the minus 20% attack is worthless against this team. Sick. I'm gonna just do this. Sick damage. Yeah. So at the end of enemy's turn, for every power of destruction removed from enemies, increases catastrophe attack release stats by 7%, max 28. Again, removed is a very charitable way of saying that. If the enemy removes the debuff, so if the enemy cleanses, you do not get this attack release stat. So, as you saw, they cleansed the debuff because they have Vittoria, right? We did not get the attack release stat for her. That's not how it works. So, I don't know why it's even written that way. I don't know if it's an error in translation. I think it's just poorly written, to be honest. But it's not removed. It's when the turn ends and the 15% remaining HP thing procs, then you get the attack related stab buff for Catastrophe allies. So in the only team that she's viable, which is humans, that's only going to be her getting the attack related stats. And to be honest, that's really poor because it really didn't kill. She has no damage. So attack related stats for her is pretty worthless. Her card, her single target, if you don't know what it did before, it healed allies based on damage dealt. And now it has Pierce attached to it. But like, Pierce ain't gonna make much of a difference. It really ain't. You're still gonna be doing pretty terrible damage with this character. Single target, AoE, what have you. You're not gonna be doing good damage with her, no matter what. So, yeah, and her AoE now has Infact, as you saw. Infact is cool, I guess. That's really it. That's the only difference for the character. This LR is pretty bad. I want to be a little charitable in saying that she's decent as an Alphamy replacement, but she is not as good as Alphamy, I don't think. Mainly because half of her, well over half of her passive is based on buffing catastrophes, and there's no catastrophes to buff. As I've said before, the only place I see her being like meta is Guild Wars. Catastrophes are already meta in Guild Wars, so she just slides right in as an addition. But like, as we've seen from polls, Guild Wars is like the least played game mode in the game. So for all three of you watching that play Guild Wars, I guess be ready to see her in defense teams and use her on offense. Do people even use catastrophes on offense? I don't think they do. I think it's a defense team. So be ready to put her on your defense team and not actually use her, right? I don't know. That's really it. And a character made for a game mode that the least amount of people on the game play is hilarious to me. She's already dead. She has like... What's her stats, man? Her stats must be terrible. I know she got debuffed and stuff, but like, damn. Let's do that dodge. I forgot. This should do something that gives herself dodge. It wasn't dodge, that was crit defense, right? The text, but I don't remember. Oh, it displays now. I'm thinking, no, she did that. She does that. But it never displayed, I don't think. Like the crit defense buff. She already did that from her passive, but there was no display of it. You just kind of like, okay, I got the crit defense. Or am I tripping? Might be tripping. Doesn't matter. Listen, considering the best third slots on the human team are all collab, I think that she's a good replacement for those that missed the collab characters. Is she better than Ban? I think for CC battles, right? She probably has more CC than Ban, right? She must. So like I said, you face a melee, that debuff is going to be instantly there. He's going to instantly cleanse. This debuff is guaranteed. What's even worse is that you're giving them a debuff to cleanse as well. It's like you don't even have a choice on this matter. They are going to get a debuff to cleanse. You have no choice. Once I kill melee. I'm not killing melee. Okay. I mean, pound for pound, I think Naofumi is a better unit. I feel much better having his taunt than she giving herself this 50% damage cap or whatever. It's cool, I guess. Is it going to change the battle? I don't think so. She still takes a lot of damage, man. Is she an LR? Doesn't matter because she's getting carried. CC stick for humans, possibly. That could work for her. But she's not giving anything. Like, my Arthur is doing such low damage because I don't have a Naofumi. If I had Naofumi giving me a bit of a boost, I would have killed Ascanor. I'm forgetting that this character is giving me nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, at this point, I might as well put Liz in the back as well. Just to help Arthur a bit. Because this is kind of dire. Lowering Ascanor by 20% is hilarious because he can't be lowered. He cleansed anyways. Arthur's dead. Go for her, go for her, go for her. Thanks. Ah, I'm dead anyways. Yeah. Yeah. The more I play, I actually think you're better off using Ban. Like, what is she actually doing? Like, please tell me, what is she doing? She's doing nothing. That's what she's doing. She's doing absolutely nothing. Her debuff doesn't work because it gets cleansed. She does nothing. She's just there. How much has the meta progressed, right? To the point where I've been saying characters that are just there can't be used anymore. The meta is way too tight. She's just there. Her cards are worthless. They do no damage. This card is absolute garbage. It's just a heal. Dude, if I attack with Arthur once, he full heals. I'm gonna do one. Just to show it. Like that card. I could have instead double attacked with Ascanor, and that would have been way better, but I used that card just to show how impactful it was. Very impactful card. He insta cleanses the attack debuff. Is he gonna wipe me? He might wipe me. Absolutely worthless character, bro. Absolutely worthless. The only team... There is no team her debuff is useful. There is no team. Unknowns have Fitoria, which will insta-cleanse in the first turn, right? Sins has melee, which is gonna insta-cleanse. And then humans, guess what? They don't give a shit about attack. Askener can't be lowered, and Arthur uses HP. What team is this debuff for? And oh, demons! Galda uses HP. It's not even like it's 20% attack related, that's just 20% attack. It's just so bad. This character is worse in practice than in paper. On paper, I mean. Actually worse in practice than on paper, that's crazy. Such wasted space by having her cards in my hand. Arthur is being so brought down by this character right now. If I had now for me. Alright, we'll kill anyways. Alright, if you're one of the 4 players that play Guild Wars total in this game, you know, sick, make her for your defense team. You're not even gonna get your user because you're in your defense team. So have fun with that, I guess. Everyone else, just don't waste your LR coins. There's no other team. Like, what other team could possibly should be good on? Maybe in the future, if they make more Catastrophe Festivals, which by God, I will quit the game. If they make a Catastrophe Festival next, I will quit the game. I'm not joking. I'm already on edge to quit the game. I already have a new channel that's doing better than this one. I have no reason to stay other than just because I want to. If they make a Catastrophe Festival, it's over.